Hey, what's going on everyone? Kyle here, and today I'm bringing you guys another NHL 13 gameplay commentary. And today what I want to talk about is NHL 14. So I've wanted to do a commentary about this for a while, and I've really just been too lazy, and I haven't done it yet. So I just want to give you guys my thoughts on NHL 14 and some of the new features that they're adding in. And maybe you guys will agree or disagree on what I think. But let me know what you guys think about NHL 14 in the comment section before I get going. Let me know what you're most excited for, and if you think NHL 14 is going to be worth the $60 or whatever it is this year. Anyways, so the first trailer that they released, I believe, was the Enforcer engine, and I think it's going to be pretty badass. I mean, from what I saw in the trailer, it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun, so that's probably the feature I'm most excited for. The fighting looks like it's a lot more and better improved. I mean, I really like the fact that if your star player gets hit after the whistle, the tough guy on the ice will go after the player that hit your star player. And even what I saw in the trailer was possibly the possibility of line brawls, which I think is pretty awesome. I've been wanting that for years now, I believe since NHL 10. So that'll be pretty cool. I mean, the fighting as it is right now is pretty unrealistic. Like I said, it's been the same since NHL 10. So, I mean, in the sense that it's unrealistic, when you get in a fight with another player, everyone clears off the ice. You can't see the ref or anything. Even when you fight near the benches, you don't see anyone on the bench, so that's really, really unrealistic. And I guess they're making everyone on the ice live, so that could lead to some line brawls, I assume. We'll see when the demo comes out, but I'd really like to see the line brawls, especially for something like EASHL. I think that would be the best. I mean, I know it's just a video game, but sometimes you get frustrated and you want to fight people, and I think that'll add a whole new sort of aspect to the game, I guess you could say. So I'm pretty excited for that. I mean, I'm not really quite sure what to think of the third-person fighting. I mean, I'm sure it'll be a lot better than what it is. And I'm really excited for the fact that they're adding in more fighting moves. I don't think you can jersey someone, but I think you can tug and pull on their jerseys. And they're allowing you to dodge better now, I guess. And you can even end a fight with one punch, like back in NHL 09. I didn't play 09, so I've just seen videos and stuff like that. So I think that'll be pretty cool. I mean, they are using the Fight Night fighting engine, so I think that'll add a whole new aspect to fighting, and it'll make it an all-around better experience for fighting. So that'll be something I'm pretty excited about. Also, the one-touch dekes should be pretty cool. I mean, they're probably not going to be that big of a deal, but I think they'll be useful in the sense when you're trying to get past a defenseman at the blue line when you're breaking into the opposing team's zone. I think it'll be more useful in versus play, because I know when I play versus play, it seems like every time I try to carry the puck in, someone tries to go for a hit before the blue line, so I'm going to probably take advantage of the quick dekes when I'm playing versus, and I'm just going to, sidestep them, even though I can already do that. But I don't know, I'm looking forward to toe dragging around them pretty quick. And also, it looks like it's less effort to make the dekes, so I guess the one-touch dekes, it'll help me get into the offensive zone a lot better. And I think you may be able to use it in EASHL depending on how smart your opposing defensemen are. I mean, a smart defenseman would probably just stay with you and wait for you to make the first move, and then he'd probably poke check you or put you on your ass. So I think the one-touch dekes will make versus play better, but I'm not really quite sure about EASHL. It all depends on the skill of the defenseman or your opponent. So, and even I saw in the trailer that they're saying that if you don't have a high deke rating, you're not going to be able to pull off some of these dekes. So that's also something that you have to watch out for. So, for example, if you're trying to do a quick deke with a tough guy, you're probably not going to be able to get past the defenseman as easily. You'll probably end up losing the puck. So that's something that I think is more realistic. I mean, obviously not everyone can dangle like Datsuk. So yeah, that's pretty realistic. And another thing that I'm really looking forward to is the new collision engine, or the new collision physics, sorry. The hits look a lot more realistic this year from what I've seen in the trailer. I mean, it may or may not be good at all. I don't know. We'll see when the demo comes out, but I was reading, I also watched the trailer, but I also read some of the articles online, especially for hip checking now. You can't really spam the hip check button. So basically, that being said, you can't just go into hip checking formation and hit someone when you're like 5 feet away like you can now. You actually have to have speed and momentum. That's another thing that matters. So if you're going for a hip check and you have the speed and momentum, and you actually end up hitting the guy that you intended to hit, he'll end up on his ass. So I think that's a lot more realistic, because the hip checks as they're just complete bullshit. I mean, you can literally just click the right stick and you can be like 5 feet away from someone and they'll end up falling. So I'm glad that they're fixing that. And also hitting in general, they're allowing you to they're also adding the speed and momentum for, you know, your regular open ice hits or along the board hits, anything like that. If you have the speed and momentum, chances are your hits will be better. And now what I really like, especially for defense, they're allowing you to hit with the left stick. So I imagine what that basically means is if you get near a player along the boards and you move your left stick in the direction of the boards and the player, you'll end up making contact with the opposing player against the boards. So I think that's definitely a lot better for hitting. I mean, especially playing defense, when you're trying to close that gap when your opponent's breaking into your zone, I think that'll help a lot more. So that's definitely something I'm excited about. I mean, also for goaltender interference, I mean, from what I read in the article, contact with the goaltenders will be a lot more realistic now. So if, for example, if you're going to the net and you can't stop in time and you end up nailing the goalie, I guess it'll make it look more realistic. And also they're going to make the goaltender interference calls better now, I heard. So that'll be something nice to see. And they're also going to start calling off goals because of goaltender interference, which is completely realistic. I mean, I've had instances in the past where we've had our goalie knocked out of the way and the other team has scored and the goal has counted. It's actually happened on several occasions. So that'll be something I'm glad to see fixed, because that's just adding a whole new realistic aspect to the game, which I'm really excited for. So that'll be something that EA's really needed. And of course, as per usual, they're adding the hockey IQ. They're trying to make the AI players better and smarter, have more hockey sense, in other words. So I don't know how well that will do, how well that'll hold up for a while. I mean, every year they tweak it a little bit, but after a while it's pretty easy to exploit the AI players. So hopefully they'll make the AI smarter. I mean, as you guys have probably seen the trailers, they're making the defenseman square up to the offensive player now, instead of just being kind of off to the side, if that makes any sense at all. But that's what I saw in the trailer. And finally, I think I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going on 8 minutes here. I just wanted this to be quick. And finally, the NHL 94 feature. I am really sad to say this, but I've never played NHL 94 and I regret never playing it. But now it looks like I'll get the chance to somewhat feel like what it was to play back in the day. I was actually born in 94, so I kind of missed that boat. But I think it'll be kind of just like the Winter Classic feature, you know. They added in there just for the hell of it. It'll probably be something fun to play when you have your friends over, you know. Maybe you want to kick your friend's ass at NHL 94 or something like that, or maybe even you'll play with your dad or whatever. Maybe your dad played NHL 94 back in the day. I know my dad probably did. I don't know if he did, but I'm really bummed that they didn't put it online, because I think it would be a killer online game mode. It's almost like what it's going to remind me of is the NHL 3-on-3 arcade. I think it would be a really great online mode to have, but I guess they're just going to keep it for offline, which is kind of cool, I guess, you know, maybe have your friends over play. But I'd really prefer it to be online. I think I will give it a shot, but I don't really see myself playing NHL 94 minigame that much, so yeah. Anyways, guys, that's just some of my thoughts on NHL 14. I'm really excited for this one. I think it's going to be a decent game. Who knows? I say it may be decent now. I might get excited, and then, you know, maybe 2 months into the game, I'm going to be like, this game's fucking terrible, and I don't want to play it anymore. But who knows? Let me know what your guys' thoughts are on NHL 14. Let me know if you're excited for it to come out, and what game mode, or what feature are you most excited for. Anyways, that's going to do it for me, guys. Don't forget to drop a like, and as always, don't forget to have a good one, and peace.